Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Nothing wrong with a side gig. Nothing is wrong with a side gig. You know what? My grandmother, rest her soul, she would say that. And I remember she told a neighbor that, a neighbor who, rest her soul, was a second mother to me. And I'm going to tell you what, when I saw what my neighbor did with side gigs, I was like, okay, all right. When I talk about the 1,000 jobs I had, a lot of them were side gigs. They weren't my main thing. Either I had like a full-time job working for the government, or, I had my business and I looked at the job as a side gig. And, here's the beauty of it. Here's the wisdom my grandmother would share with people. Make your side gig your fun job, no matter what you were doing. Make it your fun job, because first of all, why are you getting that side gig? You need money. Like when I was working on one job, they had a young man working there, and he didn't really need the job, but he wanted to save up money for a motorcycle, And you get other people, they'll get the side gig even if they have something else. It could be extra money. There's nothing wrong with that. It could be going into your savings. When I was working at the gym, that was like, to me, it was easier than paying for a gym membership. It could be whatever. There's nothing wrong with it, especially if you have time. If you single, and you don't have children, it's nothing wrong with having a side gig. I remember back in the day, I would have a government job, the side gig, and then I was doing some vending, selling my books. I had gotten my book started. And it was a lot, but I didn't have children at the time. And well, the relationships, I ain't had to work. I ain't had to go out my way. I'll put it like that. That's something for my relationship channels. Anyway, right? Seriously, but when I look back at what I did, okay, I worked in the government. Then I would go to the gym, work, put in some hours there, right? And really, there would be a couple days I would be getting to work at 7 a.m. and then like leaving my second job at 11 p.m. Oh, that's a lot of time, but you know what? There was nothing wrong with it because I was able to pay off some stuff, pay off some bills and everything, with that side gig. And it was nothing. Well, man, what else I was gonna do? Sit around the house? Sit in the apartment, I was like, there's nothing to do, and stuff. So, that was me. See, think about something right now, especially right now. There's a lot of part-time jobs opening up there. Every time I look up, there's a job opening and everything. Every once in a blue moon, I think about it. It's like, yeah, I'm making a lot of money, but I can make a bit more. But one of the main things you can do with a side gig, let me give you a scenario. Okay, you got your full-time job. It's paying off all of your bills and everything. Okay, it's taking care of it. You really don't need the side gig, right? You don't need it, but think about something. Your side gig, you can get your side gig and that can actually make you some money. That can make you some savings. What do you do with the savings? I always say it all the time. You can use your savings to, well, one, just a basic savings. Two, you can build up an emergency fund. Three, that can be your investment money right there. You can invest in, you can save up. You could buy a house with that, with the savings. You can invest in a business with the savings. Because let's talk about business for a second. That's one of the biggest problems is businesses getting financed. That's a big problem. That's a major thing. Because banks, they don't really want to finance somebody out of the blue. You need to be in business a while for them to even think about financing you because they want their money back. They want their money back. And a lot of businesses, let's just be real, a lot of businesses do not make it after a few years. So it's like if you want to start, first of all, the bank doesn't want to give you money. So you want to start off, you want to have your own money. Most businesses are really financed by self-financed or financed by some other people, even investors. Investors, they want to make sure, they want to have an idea that your business may work. There are exceptions to that, but let's be real. Most small businesses are started by self-funding. That side gig can get you that money. That side gig can get you that money. And then, you might not want all of that. You know what, you good in your career. That side business is something that side gig can actually just be extra money. You can buy extra stuff with that money and you're good to go. And then, you know what, it could be something that you just enjoy doing. You just have fun doing. You just have fun doing it. When I was, had the side gigs, and there were a couple times working at some gyms. There was some men and women working, and it was just something fun for them to do. They didn't really need the money like that. It was just something fun for them to do. Like if you do have to work a side job, make it fun. Make it fun, even if it's not fun at first. Like my grandmother, once again, rest her soul, and then my uncle, rest his soul. They had a side gig. They were cleaning, and they made it fun. They just made it fun. My second mother, rest her soul, she made her job fun, and shoot, she was just having fun on it. And she took that to heart. She took that wisdom from my grandmother to heart, and was able to go, and trust me, she was able to buy a lot of stuff. I would just laugh at some of the stuff she was getting, like, nice cars and all of that, giving them away. But what she was doing. But here's the thing with it. If you have the time, do it. If you have the time, do it. It can't hurt you. It can't hurt you. If you bopping around, ain't doing much, you might as well work someplace. And also, too, in my book, Nice Guys and Players, I recommend it specifically for men to have something they can control. I said, even if you make 6 figures, have a business that you can control. This is for the men. Women can do it as well. If you, as a man, have a nice business, something you have to control over, that can be your side gig. A business itself. I always talk about the main job being your day job. Hey, your side gig can be your fun business, something you do for fun. I want y'all to think about that. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.